Yeah, I'm ready. Is it going?
Yep.
I cannot dare to look exactly what you took. I give it time to breathe and rapid steers on my sleeve.
This is really sad, but the main persuasion factor was last year at Tea in the Park when Aidan got called away from me to go and do an interview. I get photos done, there's like a big group of like 10, 15 people all having a laugh. And I was like having a really bad day and I was shattered from like travelling all night. I was just like walking along in the background, seeing all my friends up, being cheery and having a laugh and stuff, and I thought, I want to be in that band.
I think the section's all based around people in bands and they're just friends really. I think that's what's so nice about the whole thing.
We really like everyone in the section, that's why we...
Oh, you feel obliged to say that, yeah. It's not
Well, we do though, don't we?
It hardly came from the heart.
No, it did. It did.
And I liked the last record. Gary asked me and I thought, yeah, that'd be good fun, you know.
I don't know, he's a very persuasive guy. I think it's that Irish accent. It's got away with me. I don't know what it is. He just approaches, and he always approaches people when they're pushed.
Gary writes great songs and, you know, we wouldn't be doing it if we didn't truly, totally believe in the songs.
It's just a good thing, you know, like getting other people involved in other groups into something that, I mean, I haven't really heard of many things like it, to be honest.
A lot of people were put off saying it was a super group or something, but I don't know, I think that's just an easy term.
I don't really give a toss, to be honest, what anybody thinks, you know, in terms of that. You know, these people are my friends.
And it will break my heart with every sound it makes on you. And it's all over, dear. You squeeze my hand and I know it's true.
I think the whole idea, Gary's idea of it came about, Lou Barlow from Sebado, he did a 3 nights acoustic gig in Nice and Sleazy's in Glasgow. And
I thought, right, let's start a band. Because there was loads of people in there, Mogwai guys and Roddy, Mild Wild and stuff, who didn't actually appear on the first album, but he's on this one. And the Astrid boys and all that. And I just came up with a ridiculous name. The Reindeer Section, which doesn't have any bearing on any relevance to anything in particular.
Gary had been making up bands one a week at the time, so you were never quite sure whether it was going to come off, and this one did. I was amazed he got it together. He got a record company to do it. He got 15 people to do it in like a couple of months. It was a really short turnaround, so I mean that was quite impressive. You know, it's quite a, you know, people can't normally get things together like that quickly, you know. I think we should just do this.
What?
Do you need to run through it?
Yeah, just do it.
Okay, here we go. We'll need a little hand relief. Anything like that. Okay, we're running.
Well, I think after the first album, there was a core band that sort of came out of it, and it was those people, there's like 7 of us who decided to work on getting the new songs together. Gary had written them and asked us to come in and do it.
You know, we did a couple of weeks rehearsal, and after that, you know, it sounded almost finished like that. So that's why I got another 20 people in to finish the album. Yeah, you know, I thought, you know, make it hard.
It's hard enough to believe you've left us.
I guess we started off with just the drums, the bass, and Gary playing an acoustic guitar on most of it, which seems a bit strange because there's so many people involved. But if you do it like that, it basically, I mean, if we had everybody involved playing, you know, day after day, most of the people would be hanging around for their little 5 minutes of things to do. So it was much better to get like the main tracks down for the first sort of 3 days. You got 25 musicians at the end. You don't know how the song's going to be at the end of it. That's quite difficult because you know all these parts are going to come in. You try to find where it's going to, how the song's going to rise and kind of dip, and that's quite difficult to try to guess ahead. But I think we got away with that.
Gary asked us to come and do some brass parts. He sent us some demos of the tracks that he'd done just on the 4-track, and then came up with some ideas before we came in, and then just made things up yesterday while we were doing it.
I mean, I don't know how other people work, because other people might write all the bits of all their songs, and that's why they're called a songwriter. I write the bits that I play on the songs, and then I leave it to them. We met in prison.
It was in the showers at the prison. Yeah.
Most Glasgow bands that are making records will have come across Tony Doogan at some point on their careers.
Well, I sit and ponce about with the levers.
That's his main job.
That's my main job. My second job is to smoke quite a lot of cigarettes. He's really fast, he's really good, and that's what we need for this album. I mean, he's speed lightning, it's crazy the way he moves about that place. He's grand. I can't think of anyone better to do the section. I think he's perfect for it.
He's a total prick. He slags us off all day and he's like, oh, I'm from Lewis, just because we've got like funny accents, and he just sits there behind the desk in a world of hell and taking it out on other people, trying to make himself feel better. How do I think it's going? Who am I? That's shit. That was Tony by Charlie.
We've all got a lot of respect for Tony, and I say that in the most genuine possible way. I mean that.
He just tells you how it is, and I'll do it again. Or Tony being Tony will try and say it in a nice way to make it sound as if you haven't, made a mistake.
I'm not so sure it's got much of a different performance to it. What I'm more concerned that it's a little muffled because it's an SM58. It's not quite as nice a sound.
All right.
It's a bit uneven, because you're holding it away. You're like.
I think he handles things really well, makes you feel comfortable, and that's a good thing.
Puts a cushion under you and that when you play.
Yeah.
Tucks us in at night.
I know. We kiss in a story. It's quite nice.
Everything that happens in the studio is down to Tony, the sound of the record. So we're just gonna bum each other now.
Yeah.
So, let's just go to the last song on Blue Tape.
Sure.
Right. Do trumpet for that. Mick could lay down a wee trumpet for that as well, eh?
My dad doesn't know I'm a musician.
Alright, better keep you out then.
He thinks I'm a builder.
Right, okay.
He thought it was a bit gay for me to be a musician, so
well, it's
to
true,
keep any bits of me
not
building.
Right,
I see
keep that out.
We've got to answer the questions with the
Well,
question in the answer.
Yeah. If I was stuck in a lift, weird.
Fire in.
Well, the thing that persuaded me to give Gary a hand in the studio
and me was Ben.
It was Ben.
Right. Yeah, well, he asked us to do it a while ago after we did that tour with him in September.
He meaning it.
And then he asked us to do some stuff, and then everyone got involved.
Just said it'd get us really pissed today.
No, you look like an idiot if you say that, Lee.
I'm afraid to talk.
Why?
No, because you said I look like an idiot.
But just don't talk about getting pissed all the time.
I don't think we need to split up on camera, Ben.
We don't have many recollections of being in.
Don't just go on about being pissed all the time. You're just an idiot.
Johnny played in every song, so I was really just supplementing what Johnny did. Well, one song I'm playing all the drums, but
How was that?
that was
I don't
my
think he liked it.
I don't think he did like
No,
it. He was giving me a few evil sort of looks.
Got all defensive.
I know. No wonder the way I was playing. I was on fire at that point.
You were. I think you were. I think that's the closest I've seen you in like a few months.
To perfection.
Well, yeah.
Never will be easy to hear, babe. But you have got nothing to fear, babe. Just think of all the things that I've done to you. Anytime you want to be bad, girl. I haven't noticed much has changed. Drinking every day now.
I was really pleased. I didn't know Eugene was going to be on this record, and it was really great to hear him singing because he's got a great voice, you know. Eugene can sing anything.
I feel they're all my children, you know, as the self-styled godfather of the Glasgow independent scene. I feel like anybody who's made music in the last 10 years has been influenced by me, and I do feel like they're all my babies.
Him and Johnny together singing that song, singing Strike Me Down, it really worked really well, you know. They're two extremely different singers, but their voices work really, really well. I guess that was a happy accident, a vague idea that it would work, but I mean, you know, sometimes it just doesn't, you know.
You getting me in geeky mode?
What are you doing?
Nothing.
You drawing lines?
I'm making a chart of all the things that we've done, so that we know that we've done them, because there's so many goddamn people on this record.
I had to write it all down because it just got out of hand. I wouldn't have known what was happening.
A spreadsheet.
Well, it was kind of like it was a kind of a little chart with all the songs and all the people that would be involved, and you know, there was a lot of boxes being ticked along the way.
I'm gonna tick those in for the Bob. You see? Bob, done. Ian, nearly done.
When he first started, it was about 12 musicians, then it mutated into like 18 or something, and then of course on this record there's now 28, I think, is on last count. So it's kind of quite hard to keep up with, you know, even knowing everybody's name.
I still can remember who's in the band, you know, that's terrible.
I couldn't name you all 26 of them off pat like that. I don't think I could manage it.
Hello, Bob. It's Gary. Hi, Eugene. It's Gary again. Just following up the message I left in your other answer machine. All right. We're in here until 10 o'clock. I'm sure we'll get all yours done, you know, on Wednesday.
We have to fit.
Let it out now.
Which ended up to be 27 people, you know, within the space of 2 weeks, you know, and there's only certain days that people can actually come in and do stuff, and we only have certain days when people can come in and do those things as well, you know, because we have to finish, you know, certain pieces of the song before they actually come in and do it. So it was quite a tight sort of schedule for this.
They worked so fast, so it was a case of like, just dump you in the studio and give you a set of headphones and like sing. And they're not nasty about it, but it needs to work quickly, you know what I mean? So that was a kind of bit of an eye-opener for me, but I really enjoyed it.
Our last album might have been fairly similar to how this has been done, without as many guesting
we had 5
players.
trumpet tracks in a day, though, did we?
Oh no, not as quick, not as efficient, but
That was
in
the
terms
question, though. There was a bit of pressure because it was almost like if I didn't do anything good within my 2-hour limit, I was going to get chucked out the door and kind of told not to come back.
They've just got everything laid down sort of like that. It's just pretty
impressive.
Stuffy, very impressive.
Just you sing the end of that chorus just the way you normally would. Don't worry about what Eugene's doing. In fact, could you just take him out and do that last Earl again? But that was brilliant.
I also think like Gary took a lot more control. I don't mean that in a bad way, but he definitely did seem a lot more focused this time, and I think it's made it really kind of coherent sounding.
I just kind of imagine this being all kind of gelled quite sort of nicely together. I don't know how to describe it better. I think I know what you mean.
Gary's own, he can say, you know, sort of that good or maybe not. But it's not a case of everyone who's played on the song gathering round and saying, well, actually, I like it, I don't, you know, and then having a fucking vote or whatever.
Everyone who plays in a band does have an ego. You need one to be in a band, but I don't think anyone's nose really gets put that much out of joint if you get told, you know, if you're getting told what to do, and you know, it really is Gary's thing.
Nobody's gonna fall out either because we are pals. So I mean, it would just be silly to fall out over kind of a couple of chords.
Open ground to swallow me. Who told you I'd not come through?
It's difficult to interpret someone else's lyrics any better than they can, you know? Because obviously, if someone writes a song and someone writes words, then it's much more specific to them, and they can sing it better because they actually know why they're singing it.
One when I'd only turned around for half an hour.
It's 4 albums now. I was the main kind of singer, you know, and it wasn't difficult to relinquish that role, but it was just difficult. It was just weird to hear other people singing it, and it was really nice.
As if you've written them. I asked him, he just said it was a bit of a relationship. Yeah.
I mean, talking about songwriting is boring, you know. I mean, it is, because I mean, you only ever get stock answers from, you know, because people will automatically go, oh no, my art likes to speak for itself and all this bollocks, you know. So people tend to get pretty cagey about that sort of thing, and I guess I do as well, because you're kind of programmed to kind of not, because as soon as you start talking about your lyrics, you sound like an arsehole, you know. Yeah, I wrote this song about,
All my love, all my love, all my love, all my love, not strong enough. I might just break, 'cause I wanted you, make no mistake. Where I fall.
We did Where I Fall in the rehearsal studio with the full band, and you know, it just sounded a wee bit too nice or something. There was something missing from it that actually, you know, the lyrics are kind of a wee bit, you know, are kind of quite sad, and it was just becoming a wee bit too syrupy or something, you know.
Please don't look at me, I'm in such a mess. I will beat your love out of my chest. I just want peace, I just want peace, I just want peace, I just want peace and quiet in my head. I can't find it in the bars or in my bed. If you like, I'll take your number from my phone, unlock the doors and turn the lights off in my home.
Sounds alright,
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's okay. No, the recording process isn't getting to us at all, is it?
No, definitely not, no.
Suck my balls and tell me that you love me. I'll suck your balls and say that I love you. Well, it hasn't ever gone really badly. I mean, the first 2 days were scary. Ish.
We were trying to do 14 songs in 2 days. That was the kind of core band, you know, the three of us. And I think it was really ambitious to do because we got to about the 6th song and I just couldn't play drums anymore. I couldn't actually work. It was really, because we'll go on to an easy song and that'll be fine. And sort of sat there just going, looking at everything, just going, went home that night thinking, I think I've lost it. I actually do not know how to play anymore.
It does happen. I mean, you're like 12 hours a day without any daylight, listening to the same song all day, you know. I think your mind wanders and you can totally lose the plot of it.
Second day was pretty heavy going for me.
Day 2, and Gareth lost it.
Totally.
You came home nearly crying,
I know.
I remember.
Well, I haven't really
upset.
slept since then, that's what I'm saying, you know. All my
shouldn't do
confidence
that to
went
yourself,
with that session with Tony saying I was playing stuff that sounded like Bergerac.
Alright. Yeah, I'm alright. Get these strings done, that'll be it. That'll be all the stress over with, I think. And we've just got to rely on everyone else turning up, I guess. Norman and Roddy, he's not going to be here until the end, anyway.
Roddy from Arlewell.
Roddy from Arlewell. And Aidan, who I'd spoken to the weekend, but he hadn't written anything yet, so. And he was, you know, I don't know, I think he'd been drinking.
Well, it's the easiest job in the world. Both times I've done singing with him, I've came in, done it once, done a second take just for the sake of doing a second take because I felt like I've done nothing then and that's it and I go back home or to the pub, whatever. But nah, it's really, really easy. There's no pressure as well. It's good working with somebody else's music because I couldn't give a fuck.
It's a real affection for his style of writing and just both albums I knew how good it would be to have him, because my songs can sometimes be a wee bit, you know, violins, world's smallest violin playing in the background, but his have a real humour about the you know, his kind of love problems, shall we say.
Every day I wake up in a new one. The weather's just as bad and it looks the same. But every morning hosts a new whodunit and curses me.
I've been going mental recently and that's what it's about. I've been awfully emotional and doing stupid things and getting worked up about girls I know nothing about. But I think men do that quite regularly. I fall in love every day. I did it actually on the way here, twice. This beautiful lassie walked back, oh she was fantastic. There was another one with curly hair and long earrings, it was really nice.
You might be watching. Any messages?
I fell in love again today. I think that's been every day this week. I don't need to know a thing about them. I don't need to know a name or hear them speak. It took a while to see the uniform, but I kept on looking while everyone else did. Then I See, this is like the last time I've done this, man. I feel like I've done fuck all. Do you want me to lift some gear or something?
There hasn't really been a moment where I've thought that we wouldn't get it done, you know. So there hasn't been a, you know, maybe it's just stubbornness on my part, but I think everybody's been really like supportive, and you know, nobody's ever sort of given the impression that certainly Tony or certainly the sort of core members of the band, the Astrid boys or Johnny or Jenny, ever sort of flinched. You know, it's always been, you know, this is, you know, we're doing this, and you know, next Thursday, whenever we come to do the playback, that, you know, it'll be finished, and that's, you know, the bottom line.
I won't leave you out of my world, but I will leave you out of my mind for now. I won't be there to break your sweet heart, but not being there might break your sweetheart. You are my joy. 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 If I could cradle you into my arms, I would cradle you tight in my arms, always. So don't be scared of all the hurtful words, 'cause in the end they'll hurt themselves much more. You are my joy. 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 You are my joy.
The All My Joys sounding like the big rock monster that I predicted it would probably sound like. It's, I don't know, it's kind of got a touch of the, I don't know, I really don't know. It's just sounding nice. Oh.
You are my joy. 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 You are my joy.
Don't worry, we'll make an arse of it. You know, we'll ruin this album yet.
Any final words for Gary?
I hope all the stress was worth it, and long live the DC.
Good on you, big lad.
No. It's a great record, brilliant tunes, and it's been a total blast to do.
I hope we get invited back for the third one.
I've said everything I need to say to them, you know, personally anyway, you know, in terms of thanking them and stuff. They're all a bunch of cocks.
Neil's got like this 1-inch punch, and I've only seen it done like once.
It's a party trick.
It's a party trick, yeah, but like, I mean, it's pretty fucking impressive, you know.
Powerful's the one.
It's good working with other people and stuff, but it's very much like two timing somebody. It's a really good, effective fuck, but it's not really the love and companionship that you need.